Hi, everybody. It's a few seconds until noon, but I thought I'd join to give you this visual meme. How it started. I took 5 buckets of rocks across the street to my neighbors, our gravel that my mom doesn't want, to their driveway because they needed gravel. Second frame. How it's going. Their 2 girls and their mom are still coming over to transport rocks an hour later. Oh boy, summer living. What can I say? Welcome to my May Friday Live. Happy holiday weekend for those in the US, for whatever that means these days. Holiday, etc. I was thinking a few days ago about what this live would be about because I don't have any specific things. And then I thought about XYZ and thought, no, I do have a lot of stuff to go over and share. So I'll just start with that. Um, it's a holiday weekend that usually kicks off the summer season. 2021 summer season is going to be a little strange. So I'm just going to ask people, what are your summer plans? As you probably noticed, I have changed my decor. I am now in NorCal, Northern California. Woohoo! Thank you, Jeremy. Yay! Happy Memorial Day weekend. NorCal, and as expected, we're going to hit triple digits. So it really is summer underway for sure. So I've adapted my routine: walk in the morning, videos in the afternoon sun when you can't do a darn thing outside, etc., etc. It's great. Um, and yeah, my plan is to stay in California for June and July, and it's looking good so far. I've got 3 priorities. What are your priorities for the summer? It can be a wish list. It can be a, I don't know, intention setting. Because, it's a new season. It's just like New Year's. Why not set an intention? Family time and learning about rental management and editing and querying. So, you know, just just back burner list of things to do. um, yeah, so those are going to be my 3 foci. I don't know. Is that appropriate? Anyone who's a math teacher out there, is that an actually appropriate use of the word foci? I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, so I won't be here too long. I'll be going down to San Luis Obispo, and it's gonna be nicer there. It does get a little hot, but hopefully not until later in the summer, so I'll be able to enjoy, spend time in the garden, and walk around and just check out the town and see all the ways that it's changed. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, tell me your summer plans. I'll put that in the chat here. Do-do-do-do-do. Um, my environment at the moment, besides the rock quarrying going on outside, is cat litter at my feet and bed right over there. I know it's not professional to be in your bedroom, but you can't tell it's a bedroom, right? I, I'm I'm getting hip to disguising backgrounds. I think I've brought my little, what is this, adjustable desktop thing that I got for Christmas a couple years ago because it's great for having a surface for either the laptop filming or something next to me, so that I can like highlight. Case Life Drive my publishing company. So yeah, it's just fun to be in all these different environments and adapting. Sometimes it's a chore to adapt, but sometimes it's fun. So we'll see what it looks like when I'm in San Luis. Choose a new background. So those are my summer plans. Along the way, I already told JD this, but I have a new word. I have coined a new word because I'm tired of calling them thingamabobs. So when you're on Instagram and you put in a story and they give you all these choices for little animated doohickeys that are cartoon-like or picture-like or art illustrations of some sort or words that move around. What do you call those? Does anyone have a name for them already? I'd be very interested to know. I want to call them anims because it's short and then we can know what we're talking about. So we have emojis. That's what you can use on YouTube. But we also have anims over on Instagram. And those are super fun because they're always changing. I also wondered where they came from. Who designs those? Because there's real people in them. Like, photographed people doing a thing and like just having like a GIF loop. So I'm like, how do they give permission to be in all these things, or do they? Or is it just more exploitation? So if anyone knows the answer to that, please let me know. But anims is what I'm going to call it, and maybe I'll use it on the next video and see if anyone knows what I'm talking about. What else has been going on? Well, it's almost the end of May, and May has been AAPI month in the US, which is Asian American and Pacific Islander Awareness or Cultural Heritage Month. And a lot of people on BookTube are celebrating that by reading books written by or starring protagonists who are of Asian descent. And with Cindy has a readathon, in fact, on that topic with specific prompts that are very broad and very encouraging. I was doing one as well. I think I've got 2 books read, and one, we'll see if I finish reading it. It's looking like not, but I have noticed, let's see, before I get onto this super serious topic. On vacation, the teacher is on vacation. Priorities include sleeping in, lots of naps, lots of reading, lots of writing, continuing BookTube. That sounds like a good plan. And you said the Q&A had won out on your channel, right? So you're going to be doing a super cool Q&A for your subscriber milestone, which I'm looking forward to. Yay! Okay, so May AAPI. I subscribe to a couple channels that put out really intense videos about the disparity between reading diverse books on BookTube and talking about them, and learning about causes that are very important to those diverse populations. And when I say diverse, I mean African American and Asian American in these 2 particular instances. And so I watched Lou reading things, and I'm going to put up my Earl Grey tea here. My voice is really scratchy this morning, so I've been like sipping the teas. I'll put her video up here. So Lou Reading Things had one about why are you reading diverse books? And then Hey, it's Shay. Shay had one about books are not going to save us. And so, like I was saying, it's about the disparity between talking about these things and actually getting past an education stage and either being an activist or educating others or donating or doing some sort of active service rather than internal work, and how it's disappointing when those populations see white people on BookTube normally saying these things and patting themselves on the back for the small step while there's so much more work to do, like the oxygen not deprivation. There's a run on oxygen for healthcare purposes in India, and the protests in Hong Kong and various other things and causes that people highlight here. And so I thought that was important to point out, and their feelings are definitely valid, of feeling disappointed and frustrated that more is not done to center these disparities, not only between what we're saying and what we're doing, but how those people are treated and not centered in the American political narrative. So there's important work to be done to treat people the same when we're talking about the news, not just a footnote, like what's your leading story, that kind of thing. So I'm going to put their videos up. I encourage you to watch them. I kind of think to the next step of judging people's efforts when you don't know what they're going through. So like, I can understand frustration and disappointment on one side, but then I can also imagine that a lot of the people who are sharing book stacks and learning about these things, they're the first few steps they're taking. and they're unsure and they're trying a thing out and they need to learn how to be corrected or be criticized. And this is me. They is me. Yes, they is me. Be corrected and learn and sort of be, what's the word? Resilient. So, so yeah, it's good practice. Say a thing, try to get out there what you're thinking. What I'm thinking about is that everyone has their own cycle of learning, experimenting, and self-care. And I think that's, maybe there's more steps to that circle, but there's room for growth for everybody, and there's room for compassion for everybody, So with people in our corner of BookTube talking about books that they're reading, maybe what would help is to leave comments about related news stories or organizations that are working to help them, and great work that they're doing. If you want to both raise awareness on social media, as well as, I don't know, if there's one in your area, lend a hand, volunteer, read their quarterly statement about the programs that they're doing, because spending your time and energy learning about populations that are different from yourself is one way to show love. So that's my 2 cents for the afternoon. Even if it's got to be baby steps, we can move from educating ourselves with books to taking action steps in our backyard. So that's my the more you know rainbow moment. Thank you. Thank you for that, listening. Okay, and now I'm going to catch up to the comments because I don't want to interrupt with the serious topic. Mr. Vlandis, hello, welcome. Been a while, nice to see you. We've got Joe Compton, love Earl Grey. It's your afternoon go-to. Well, what color? I don't know if you can see the color. I've drunk it far too much. Do our colors match, or do you not put milk and sugar in? Or milk and honey. I use milk and honey because scratchy throat. You are not late at all, JD Estrada. You are exactly on time, just like Mary Poppins. Wait. I did mention you before. Oh, I shared with the world my new term, anim, for those little animated doohickeys on Instagram. We've got emojis, we've got anims. Spread it worldwide. There we go. Objective news. Did I say objective news? I don't think so. That is impossible. Documentary out there called Sea Drift. Oh, I don't know what this is responding to. Interviewed the filmmakers and the subjects. Sea Drift sounds good. Okay, we've got some shenanigans in the peanut gallery here. Oh, here we go. Okay. An incident that happened in Texas from a growing Asian community in the fishing areas out there, how it changed the entire town. Ooh. Oh, wow. That sounds very complex and layered. And you interviewed the filmmakers and the subjects. That's so cool. Okay, so Sea Drift, where do we find it? Is it like Vimeo or... Okay, more shenanigans in the peanut gallery. Yes, there you go. The more you know. Got another candidate for Earl Grey. Thank you. Special bleak mug. There we go. You don't put anything in your tea. Unadulterated. There we go. Sandy's here too. Shout out. Haikermak. Oh, I probably messed it up, but I think that's shout out in Turkish. Woo! Awesome. All right, so I'm just asking people what their summer plans are. Feel free to put those in. I'll pop that up to remind people. Jeremy's contributed his teachers for the summer. Obviously, the most enviable creatures imaginable, but let me know what yours are. Priorities, intentions, whatever you want for the summer. And I'll just keep talking. So what are the other things that I wanted to get across today? API month is closing up, and I'll have a report out for that at the beginning of June. Next Friday, I'm going to be doing a productivity sprint here on my channel. But then I think I'm not going to do the Friday lives for June and July while I'm here, so that I can get outside some more and get my fingers in the dirt. So that is one of my intentions for the summer. Taurus needs some dirt. So, but yeah, I'll put that up here. Next Friday is going to be the Margaret Club Productivity Sprint. Let's see, JD's got writing, editing, publishing, music, games, hopefully walking outside. Please walk outside. Although in Georgia, I don't know, maybe carry around one of those propeller water bottle things. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. They're very useful. I would be flat out that climate. Okay. The next thing is June is also going to be a book club month. So this month we had Katja Weinert on for the book chat. Next month is going to be Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, which I've only heard reviewed on BookTube well. People love it, like 4 and 5 stars only. So I'm very excited to read this. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Could be dystopian, could be time travel, could be sci-fi. It's like sci-fi crime suspense. But we needed a little leavening because we'd read 2 really heavy trauma experience books, and we were like, maybe we do something lighter. So yes. So if you're interested in that, I will pop up the information for Patreon. I think I've got 3 levels, 2, 5, and 8. 5 is the postcard, the book mail. You get postcards in the mail. And 8 is the book club, which we do every other month so that people have a little time to get the book, read the book, however you need to do it. We shall be productive. That sounds like a rallying cry for fellow Georgians that need discipline. Okay. Sandy's got his priorities. Very similar to JD's, sounds like. Editing, querying, writing, photography, projects around the house. Oh, that's a killer, because once you try to do one thing, you realize you need another thing, and then another thing, and then they take so freaking long. Hopefully some traveling and generally being outside, getting some fresh air. Yes. Yes. So you're just telling me that you get triple digits in Michigan. Super hot, humid summer, super cold, freezing winter. So hopefully you can find the in-between where it's nice to be outside. Spray in the face, social distance. Huh. Okay. I was thinking about spraying your own face. So I don't know if this would work to like repel people, because it's like a mister, right? You want to walk around with your own mister. That's the goal. Speaking of which, sidebar, the story about my sister saying, well, what are you going to miss in Oregon? I said, well, the moss everywhere, because there's so much water and things growing, and it's all green and cool, right? Forests and cool moss. And she says, well, there's moss here too. I have a basket of moss in my backyard. It's doing fine. A basket. She just made me cackle. I think I was cackling for minutes. It was good. Moss lover. Taurus, moss lover. All right, what else are we going to get as we roll along here? Still, like there's heat, and there's like Mars level heat. Defense. Okay. All right. I can accept that other people have different comfort levels. Yes. So Patreon. The book club is June 20th, so it's like 3 Sundays from now. Father's Day. Let's see. We've got some other things coming up in June. I've got a call for other authors. We had an excellent author artifacts panel last Sunday. It was super fun. I had like it was on this side, the amazing growing mosquito bite on my forehead. So if anyone watches that and wonders why I was looking like I had the plague, it was not that. It was a mosquito bite. It's outside in the afternoon. And they did not wait till dusk to come out. So I like this. For a band name. Arizona. That's batty. Oh, okay. So here are our standards. Here's JD's line that he shall not cross. Georgia. Arizona. Gotcha. Gotcha. Let's see. Author Artifacts was our panel. JD was on it, Pei was on it, and Edie. And so this next one, I'm brewing another idea. And the next idea, I've heard people talking a lot about comps. Authors will know what this means, and anyone else will have to wait until the panel goes up. But I was thinking June might be a good a good month. Wow. Okay, reset. June might be a good month to talk about comps and how we choose them and like just have like a brainstorm session because someone was pointing out that it's so hard to think of comps for a book of your own because you have to have an outsider perspective. What are the main things that you point out that you go, oh, this is just like this. Oh, this is just like that, and mix it together in a successful way to appeal to someone. And so I thought, what we need is like a study session of authors to just fling stuff out, and then people go, oh, this is like that. Oh, that reminds me of that person's thing. And I think that might be fun. Be like a lightning round study session. I don't know. I'll need to do some work on the name for that one. But essentially like an author panel. So I'm scheming more ways to have more author tube content. So hopefully that's a good thing for you guys. Alrighty, so comps for an author panel, and then we've got buddy reads coming up. So I didn't put a space in between these two links. So just things I'm excited about that I'm going to be putting in the description, but I might as well put in the live chat. Comps as in comparisons or competitions. Comparisons. Yes, yes, yes. Rally in a couple hours to write sprints and submit to a contest competition. Oh, no. No, this is because I'm looking at the long marathon journey of querying and how I'm gonna have to think up comps for my manuscript. So I'm looking to link arms and get some help. That's all. So buddy reads, David Wiley is one. It's going to be Richard II. And the reason I picked Richard II of the Shakespeares that I went over in April was because he was involved in the Peasants' Revolt, which I recently read about because I was researching socialism and democracy's rise in the Western world. So I came upon this, I don't know, it's like an encyclopedia article somewhere. And I thought, Richard II, what? So that should be good. I don't think it deals with that part of his life in the play by Shakespeare, but interesting to see a different side. So we'll see how that adventure goes. And my other buddy read is Food of a Younger Land by Mark Kurlansky. And I did just read Cod by Mark Kurlansky in early May, April, I don't remember. And I really liked it. His style is really great. It's sort of meandering. It's kind of like James Burke style in Connections. If anyone here grew up watching James Burke commentate or moderate the Connections TV series, like raise your hand, because that was the super shiz when I was a kid. It just seemed like so cool that you could research an event happening in history and then leap to what that affected and another researched event in history. And then because that happened, this enabled this change to happen. And so you end up with one of these like red yarn diagrams. And it's just like, oh my gosh, everything's connected. There's like little kid Margaret's mind blown. So that was super fun. The other buddy read is with Rosie Cockshut, and we're reading that book by Mark Kurlansky, which is, and she just highlighted it in her video for June. It's about the WPA, the Works Progress Administration, hiring writers to go out and collect stories about food traditions and how people get by, basically, during the Depression because they were trying to employ people. So super fascinating cultural research as well as good storytelling. So I like the James Burke, Mark Kurlansky comparison. And Rosie, she said she thought they had this book. She said she thought she had this book. It's too hot already. My brain is like fried. Okay. But she didn't. So she ended up having to get it to do the buddy read, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there you go. Yay. Yes. Yes. I've started a list. I've got like, I don't know, 18 to 20 sort of list, but authors as a group are so diverse. Like the YA crowd, obviously on BookTube is a thing, and the traditional published versus indie published is like sort of a split. So I'm trying to like navigate how to find a common connection with authors, like for either a theme for a one-off or, you know, having a posse. So Sandy's in the posse. We do our productivity sprints once a month and comment on each other's videos and stuff. But the panel stuff, I feel like there needs to be some like unifying theme. So that's what I'm like, trying to search for the panels. So yeah. Jim saw James Burke's Connections. Were you enthralled? Was it amazing? Did it blow your mind? I'm guessing maybe not. Melissa, hello. Happy Friday. I don't think you have Memorial Day up in Canada, but I hope you have a nice weekend coming up and it's not too hot, but beautiful out and you're able to enjoy the nature. I've been asking people what their summer plans are. We've got a lot of writing, editing, publishing, and getting out in nature. So that's a good theme. I like that theme for us. Yeah. So that's my buddy reads, just 2, I think. And I'm going to finish up my buddy read of Luminaries, which is like the big chunker. It's underneath the computer at the moment, propping it up. But that is with Brittany of Literarily Smitten. Got that one. And she already finished it, and we're sort of like texting back and forth on Instagram. And I think I'm gonna like it, but I have no idea where it's going. It's so long. I've already gone through 400 pages, and I'm halfway. I don't normally read books this long, but it's very well done. So I'm gonna keep reading. You know, cheers to Eleanor Catton. So yeah. So we'll probably talk about that sometime in June. Yeah. And I think that's it for like all the business and stuff that I had. Ooh, hopefully getting vaccinated in July. Sweet. Cross my fingers for you, Jim. That's great. Yeah, my brother is in Japan and he is not yet vaccinated either. So it's a longer road for people in other countries. We have to remember that, especially because we're all in this together, aren't we? Yeah. Well, good luck with that. Toppling them tomes. Yes. Yes, exactly. Vaccine. Good stuff. I need to add Christy Stratos books. You mean to like my subscriptions? We're already friends. She's already on my short list of authors. She was going to be on the panel last Sunday, but had to do some other editing deadline stuff, and so we missed her. But hopefully sometime soon. I'll probably wait to hear from people if anyone's interested in talking about comps and doing like a sort of lightning round brainstorm session. And then depending on how many people I hear from, reach out to like the next round of people that I'm gonna try to rotate and what is it? Not cull. What am I like? Gather into my little circle here. So, yep. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Katya. Nice to see you. I just saw your Instagram thing with the other 2 books. So thank you for putting that out. I'm very excited. Actually, I was up early this morning online producing Denny S. Bryce's slot on Lit Chick. So that's like a women's fiction show that A Mighty Blaze has. and she wrote Wild Woman and the Blues, which I'm listening to currently on audio on Libro.fm, the most fascinating audiobook purveyor in the world. And sorry, here you go. The most fascinating audiobook purveyor in the world. And it's really good. I'm only like a quarter way through, and like things have been dropping into place, just like very deft, very natural. Characters are very real. So jazz age Chicago, and it's really good. But yeah, so I produced that, and it was really fun. I'm like, she made me think about comps as well. She's like one of these people I go, okay, how did they get there, and what did they do, and what choices, and your brain gets going. But you're talking about the vaccine, so sideline the book discussion for a second. Norway and Australia haven't had vaccines yet. Australia, really? Huh. I thought Australia was doing pretty well in the quarantining show and all that, so I figured that they would have been ahead of the game, like with New Zealand. But I guess it's a different scale. New Zealand, Australia have also handled way better. Yeah. My mutual friend in Australia actually got his first jab yesterday. Are Americans saying jab now? Is that a thing? Kind of was saying that in all his videos, and he asked me, have you got your jab yet? And I was just like, this isn't a positive connotation word. I picture someone sitting next to me going, eh, 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 eh. Anyway, it can migrate. It can evolve. It's fine. Yes, I have, I think, 4 or 5 more days till I'm fully cured my vaccine 2-week limit, and then I will not have to worry about going into people's houses or the cars or whatnot with a mask if I don't know them. So it's my thing. Oh, the jab comment? Maybe I'm getting the wrong thing here. It's just not writing Couleur. Hey, I'm all for alternate spellings. I can step in and out of the world. So it's like, Britain, America code switching, without calling names or throwing punches. We're all good. Newer people in the chat, what are your summer plans, priorities, intentions? I think the theme of the live today is we all want to get out in nature. Some of us are okay with heat, some of us are not. So yeah. One of the projects I kind of have is I want to do a food map. I don't know if you guys have heard of food forests, but I got a book over a year ago about food forests, and I've read stuff from websites and blogs and pamphlets even. And the food forest concept is basically having a little ecosystem in your front yard that produces food and works within itself and feeds into positive conditions. So like the trees shade something that needs shade, and the plants you choose put nitrogen in the soil for the food that needs it right next to it, that kind of thing. So you have like plants that help each other. And we have a lot of food plants at the house this week, and I want to map them out. I want to like learn when the seasons are and sort of like plan a calendar. I know that I'm going there right as peach season is starting, and we have a peach tree. So I'm super excited about that. That's my favorite fruit if they're done right. And can't wait. Let's see. Cream. So that's not a word, my friend. You have the accent wrong there. You have it like this, and it should be like this. So you have an English word, and then you have a non-existent word, and then you have a misspelled French word. Ha! At least that's how my eyes see it. I don't know. Anyone else can contribute. I'm sure that the non-existent word isn't a word in Starbucks land, but I don't live in Starbucks land, so we're going to pass on that one. Jim says, "Have you had your jabs?" is a common expression in the UK when someone goes somewhere tropical. Oh, because you need all your vaccines against tropical diseases. Have you had your jabs? How funny. Okay, cool. Living and learning there. Let's see. Used to reading chats. I should know better and create context. It's okay. We'll catch up eventually. Melissa's saying it's black fly season. Eee, so we'll see how much I get out this weekend. Oof. Yeah, you need one of those beekeeper costumes. There have been periods in my life when I've considered investing in one of those just so that I can go to the Highlands, like Scotland in August, I think is the midge season, where there's these tiny little insects that actually bite and leave like what looks like hives, and it gets really gross. And I'm a bad one for scratching bites and whatnot, reacting. So I thought that would free up a lot of time when other people don't want to be there and I could be there all alone. But yeah, and mosquitoes and whatnot. Black flies. Ah. Long weekend here. Katya's planning on gardening and catching up on sleep. Yes. Katya recently posted a picture of a hat stand in her garden. Apparently there's something wrong with one of the knobs that it's easier to get a new one than fixing it. And so it's become a garden fixture, which is delightfully whimsical, especially on Instagram. Instagram is made for those types of photos. Really cute. But I was telling her that it's really hard to find hat stands here. They don't exist in a cheap version. They're all like, $800, like ridiculous. I haven't looked for one for a long time, but I did at one point, and they just don't make them. People don't use hat stands unless you're like fancy, I guess, here. So they're we're low on supply, and therefore the price is high, as my expensive economics education can tell you. All right, Joe's got a few online cons for his summer, but he's planning on getting out and about again and doing live events. Ooh. And I'm here in Citrus Heights, so you are not that far away, you said. So go and tell me where you are, and, I'll be here for another few days. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful accenting work, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you. Crème brûlée, burnt cream, which the Scots claim is an invention, by the way, which I think is funny. Cream. There you go. Electric rackets. Yeah. Electric rackets. I know what I'm thinking of. We have had those. I'm sure there's like 3 broken ones in the basement at this point. But they were featured in Sour Heart, which is the book I'm discussing with Kim of Bookmarks and Breadsticks on this Sunday, the 30th. So on Kim's channel, I forgot to prep that one. There we go. Kim's channel, and I'm not gonna look it up at this point, but I will type it out for y'all. She is big on the food, fiction, nonfiction beat. And so we picked up Sour Heart, which is a short story collection. 530 short story collection by Jenny Zhang as part of AAPI month, but also because it's food-ish. There's like grapes on the cover, and someone said it was related to food, so we picked it up, and it was interesting. Anyway, they have these electric rackets, and someone touches them so many times that they go numb in their fingers or something. And I was like, I never did that. I never felt tempted to do that, but she's got a lot of interesting people in her stories. Faux show. Oh, no. Well, what is alive without a little Alanis? What can I say? I'm all for it. All right, we've got a little. Oh, I just forgot what that word is. It's the word for trading currencies. Décollage. Arbitrage. Katya's got an opportunity for arbitrage in hat stands. 2 hours south. Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of a drive. 2 hours south. So like past Elk Grove. We were just looking up the we were just looking up the map of the counties around Sacramento to see the utility districts, because what was PG&E and what was SMUD, and it's kind of interesting little exercise, gerrymandered districts being what they are. Two enthusiastic thumbs up. Yeah. That is called an accent grave, which is like the backwards looking one. Well done. Yes, Kim at books. Oh, bookmarks. Sorry. Bookmarks. Wait, is it bookmarks? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. I hope she doesn't watch this and think I'm being a lunatic. So that's our show, 11 a.m. Pacific, and she's now in New York, so she's going to be Eastern. But yeah, so we're going to talk about Sour Heart by Jenny Zhang, short story collection for Asian American Pacific Islander Month. Woohoo! That should be fun. That's like Middle English. Get out of here. Get out of here. Shoppy. Ye oldie. No. Swimming. Ooh, swimming sounds nice. So it's like past noon here and it's too hot for me to go outside. So swimming would be nice. Near San Jose. Oh, okay. Capital Corridor. Gotcha. Bookmarks. I did know how to write on a PC and forgotten the toggle on Mac. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The shortcut is Google it, copy and paste it, because finding the option combination on the computer that does the right thing can be super frustrating when you're just looking to say something before the moment disappears. I know. I gotcha, JD. Oh, yeah. Vitamin Shop does do that. Why? Are they still open? Are they still in business? I don't know. The one in Portland closed, so I don't know. Yeah, that's not a distance I'll be driving anytime soon. 6,818 miles from Sacramento to Tbilisi. Yeah. Oof. Oh, and they had frost. And I'm not sure where you are in Canada. Ontario? Toronto? If you're near the Great Lakes. I think you're like somehow northwest of the Great Lakes, but I'm not sure. Which province? Saskatchewan? Manitoba? I don't know. Ontario? Could be any of the three. New Brunswick. Oh, okay. So further east. Gotcha. New Brunswick has an interesting reputation. Interesting. I know about New Brunswick reputation because I researched for Nova Scotia, and so New Brunswick and Newfoundland and the Maritimes have sort of a weird relationship with the rest of Canada. It seemed like. I don't know. I drove through New Brunswick to get to Nova Scotia, and I stopped at a place with a cool bar that had that was right next to the wave that comes up and like sucks everything back. I forget what it's called. It's like a special kind of tide that comes up a river that doesn't usually. And I was like, that's cool. I don't get it. I don't understand how it happens, but cool beans. Yeah. Is Canada or different parts of Canada in lockdown? We're getting a question here from Joe. There we go. Tidal bore, which definitely has jokes made about it, I'm sure, because tidal bore, total bore, tidal bore. Unless I just invented that. Oh, okay. So Ontario's in lockdown. I know Tokyo is in lockdown. That's what we saw. My parents watched the NHK news, which is like Japanese version of the BBC kind of global news. And Tokyo's governor or whatever is putting them on lockdown again, but not the rest of Japan, that is also having spikes still, which is questionable given the coming Olympics. So it's hard to know how to manage things sometimes. Oh, preview of the C tag. Are you gonna go through the whole alphabet? This is what we're like side-eyeing over here. Okay, New Brunswick is not locked down right now, or locked down, new verb. But they're set to open borders July 1st, which I'm nervous about, honestly. Canada Day. I mean, symbolically, yay, but like, yeah, nervous for sure. Tidal bores in China and the Amazons. People surf the waves for miles. Really? The one I saw in New Brunswick, I don't think is surfable. It's too small, but that's really cool. Huh. Surf the waves for miles. Could you bodyboard a tidal bore? I'm keen to mark the difference between surfing and bodyboarding with this one. Yeah. Yep. Oh, it's got a special name. In the Amazon, they call it, oh, let's try this. Pororoca? Pororoca. I don't know where to put the accent. Let me guess. Pororoca. Pororoca. It's all gone. It's all gone. I had a good accent in high school. It's all gone. If you can surf, you can bodyboard. Nice. The Severn is a tidal bore. See how the tidal reaches at the River Severn in southwestern England. Oh, neat. Okay. I guess they're more common than I thought. This is the first place I had heard of it in New Brunswick, but apparently this is not new to any of you guys, so just pat me on the head, send me on my way. Pororoca. All right. Pororoca. Nice. That's cool. They have their own name for it. I guess we have names for phenomena, but nothing is popping into the mind at the moment. So I'm just happy to have people educate me here on my Live with Margaret hour. All right. So just to recap for today, I have the live event with Kim at Bookmarks and Breadsticks Sunday. Then I have a productivity sprint next Friday, and then I'm going to take a break for the Friday lives for June and July because I need to get my ass editing and querying. That's like sort of that hasn't been happening, so concentrate on that. As well as rental management in the slow town and getting in the garden, as you lovelies have also said. So the priorities. So that's what's going to be a little bit of change. I'll still have the book club on Patreon. Book mail will still just come from a different place, which is kind of fun and get a different stamp. And buddy reads and productivity sprint coming up on my channel. That's going to be with Sandy and Steph. So our monthly one on Sunday. And lots of good reads. Lots of good reads coming up. What can I say? Phenomena. Do. Is that a song? Oh, it's just like I know when he comes up with a song and he says the lyrics, and I'm like, I'm guessing this is a song, but it's from an era I have no knowledge in. I'm lost. Totally lost with his music references, unfortunately. Probably JD's too, although I've at least heard of them because they're in my like growing up era in the 90s. So yeah. Okay, let's find out here. A main thing of bodyboarding a bore would be contact with the water. Legs dragged and having any part dipping in the river is a risk. Well, I assume especially in the Amazon, since you've got like piranhas and stuff too, not just the rocks. We've got Chantang River, China has the world's largest bore. Jim probably just looked this up. Up to 30 feet high, traveling at 25 miles an hour. Wow. It's like a fast bike ride, right? Fast for me. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, that'd be pretty cool if you could like engineer some safe way to do that for scaredy cats like me. Phenomena. I did. I mean, is that a weird word? Sorry, guys. Phenomena. Do, 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 do. Okay, I do know that reference. Gotcha. Okay. Got it. They also have a festival where people die every year. Is this the Chantang in China or the Amazon? Surfed it a couple of years back. There you do. Play on words. Oh, I'm missing Chantang. So, dangerous. Danger, Will Robinson. Be careful. Yes. Cool deal. Well, I gave you the recap. I'll just do the last thing is like the call for authors out on the YouTubes who are interested in having a conversation about comps or / also helping each other find comps for their works in progress, because it can be hard to get an outsider perspective. And so we may just be fast and furious throwing them out there to just get help with our PR materials. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be tweeting this and saying, anyone who wants to know about title bores, start at minute 54, whatever. Wow, the silver dragon. I like this. The phenom, which is different from a phoneme, which is a linguistics thing. So, you know. You got to pick your crowd. Pick your crowd, I guess. Title bore crowd. I'm a little lost here, but I'm glad you guys are here to educate and add to the discussion. Thank you so much. Yeah, so authors, get in touch with me if you want to talk about comps, and otherwise I'll see you on Sunday / Tuesday. I will be cutting back to 2 videos for the summer. So recordings, and I don't know, maybe I'll pop up and do one of those like YouTube lives rather than the StreamYard. I was gonna say Storygraph. Too many words. I obviously need some food. So thanks for coming on to say hi, everybody, and contribute to my general continuing education. I do appreciate it. You're all lovely. And yeah, I will see you in the future in the comments, online, all the things. I hope you have a lovely holiday weekend. Oh, I have too many parentheses in there. Sorry. Have a lovely holiday weekend. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all in your comments soon. Mana mana.